I came in. I started the live. I must have screwed up. I did it again. Here we are. Yeah, my hair's kind of up in a with a hair stick today. It'll be interesting to see who comes. And putz around a little. Let me go get my water while you all are gathering. I hope you've had a good 4th of July. We live in a very large, interesting country that many of our ancestors fought hard for so that we could have the freedoms that we have. And hey, Iris, there you are. People are starting to come. Let me go get my little bottle of water. And I'll be right back. I'm trying not to show you the bottom half of me because I have shorts on. I don't wear shorts very often. Where's my little water bottle, Wendy? Oh, what a good girl. Haven't you chewy? Good girl. Mama's here. Go in. You can sit right in that doorway. Mama's going to talk on the phone. It's Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning and it's early-ish. Yes, I started the live early-ish. I have a lot of stuff on my mind again. Who's there? Oh, Lesa Al, hi. Ooh. I love this double wall stainless water bottle that Angle Coolers gave us at Overland Expo as instructors. It was in the instructor bag. It has, can you see the Angle label? It had another sticker. It was starting to scratch off, so I took it off. Jeremy, hey, happy 4th of July, everybody. I know that kind of 4th of July is already gone a little bit, but I did not get up, be up. I don't know. I get tired sometimes later in the afternoon. Some of it's the autoimmune, probably not all of it, but whatever. Some of it's depression stuff. Geez, I'm without a car again, people. I forgot to do something. Let me fix it real quick. Oops. That was my bad. I hit a button. Those of you who... Let's try that for today. Those of you... Good morning, Donna Kay. Those of you who are new here or just checking us out today because it's 4th of July weekend, welcome. We are a very tight-knit, close group of friends like family that visit on Sunday mornings. We are very careful. My moderators smack a troll day. Trolls, go away. Just take yourself out. You don't want to be here anyways. I'm not 20. I'm 67 last week. I have lived off-grid most of my entire life. I do not want to deal with any negatives. I have had enough negative in my life. So we're pretty positive out here. Please use uppercase Qs. 3 uppercase Qs in front of your comment or question. I will answer questions about anything travel, nomadic, off-grid, world travel, stuff like that, as well as you can comment, but I usually will read the comment and then talk about whatever it is. So if you have a subject you'd like to hear about or whatever, I am without a vehicle for the next basically for about a month now. I'm not comfortable with that, but it needed to be done. I love my Chevy Tracker. When I can get it back together and in good running order so that I can actually be using it on a daily, then I will probably work on the paint job and the build out on the inside so that I can be wherever I feel like and need to be, because I don't sit still very well. I don't like to sit still very well. Okay, hang on 1 second. Um, Irish, you let me know if people are being too annoying with their comments today. I will change the ability for them to comment. But for right now, I thought it was okay to leave it kind of open for a few minutes anyways. All right, I'm opening my, I thought it was rainy when I first got up at like 5 o'clock this morning. And I'm saying rainy. It was not raining, it was sprinkling, but it was rainy. And so I had put all the dehydrated and dry things away in plastic bags, and plastic bags will sweat. And so I decided to just then the sun hydrator. So I have opened the bags and one up that I knew wasn't really dry so that that can get more dry. All right, I'm going to go back and take a look real quick. And Iris, if I need to, I will help you with that if it's too much comments, too many troll kind of people. I can change things. All right. Really good to see you, Jeremy. Oh, kind of wasn't expecting you. Some of you guys from the shop, I just expected they weren't going to be around anymore. Julie! Oh, hi! Where are you guys at? Oh, I'm so glad to see. I wish you could see Wendy. She's been. All right, let me see if I can. Here. Let me see. I'm going to turn this around. Let's be careful with the signal, okay? Can you see Wendy sitting in the doorway? She has a pig ear. One of you guys. Oh, I think it was Robert and Nancy sent her some more pig ears. She loves, and they're probably water buffalo ears. She loves those pig ear chewy things. So she's having a chewy right there in the doorway. But when I said, hi, Julie, she ran right under this table I'm sitting by. Whoops, it's smaller. This table I'm sitting by. And she started looking for who's Mama talking to? Okay. Yes, that batch of brew coffee, I didn't get to it early enough. I wish you could have seen it when I opened it. I've been organizing stuff that's been in storage. I went to open it. It's a metal container and it's fresh coffee beans. Well, I think for the 2 years since the car broke down, it's been sitting in storage. And I opened the top of it this morning and it's fermented. So I'm probably going to use those really expensive, really cool. It was a gift, but I'm probably going to burn those and then add them to the compost pile. But the burning will help them be like a bug repellent thing. It's so good to see you, Julie. Um, Lisa L. Porch is looking really nice. Thank you so much. I'm actually using the porch. I have not figured out these two little wood stoves I have. I'm kind of disappointed in both of them. Jeremy, I'm so sorry. Jeremy loaned me the money to help me get the little wood cook stove. And he didn't want me to buy it. And I probably should have listened to him, but I felt like there was so much I couldn't do. And why can't I have something nice, right? And so I kind of pushed it and bought it anyways. And then it sat on the front porch and got rained on and stuff. And then when I actually got it back here on the back patio, it's behind me kind of in the corner right there. But when I got it back here, I realized that I'm not sure, even with the repairs I'm able to make, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use it. So I've been using my hiking stoves on top of it. And then the little potbelly stove that I picked, that I accepted as a barter thing from someone, um, it needs some repairs. And I can probably do the repairs to that. It's such a small space on the top. I won't be able to do a lot of cooking on it. It could heat the space pretty good. I don't know. I have that one on Marketplace trying to sell it. I haven't tried selling the other one yet. But I did, okay, another time I'm going to turn the camera around. I did, oh, 2 weeks ago ish, find this really great, it's just like my old, I had an old grill, barbecue grill, that was a wood fired grill that was really, really nice, heavy steel. It actually took a fork truck to put it in my old car. And then I couldn't get it out of the car when I got home. I had to call somebody to help. But this one's not as thick a grade of steel, but it's a really good wood fired grill. And everything on it works. The one I had before, that was not the case. I've ordered a weather cover, fabric cover to put over this. I need to tighten some screws. I need to get some grill paint, and I need to kind of update it. Um, but so I haven't actually burned anything in it yet, but I'm so happy I have that again, that I'm going to not do the barrel design smoker grill thing I was going to build, because I have that. My portable fire pit that you guys have seen me use before, I'm also going to update that. I didn't know until I was hunting for the grill cover that they made fireplace covers that are fabric, just like the covers I put on my water totes. Anyway, so I ordered the grill cover as well so that the grill can stay outside in the weather and not get ruined. So those pieces, those grill covers were not that expensive. I did buy lower priced ones because I figured if they work well and I need to upgrade them in a year or so, I would be able to upgrade them because my life changes a lot. So I just got inexpensive ones. I mean, because you could pay 40, $50 for them or whatever. And so I didn't. I paid more like $10, $12, $15 maybe for the grill cover. Anyway, but so I have those. So I have plenty of ways to like cook. And when I'm traveling, I use my little hiking stoves anyways. I don't know. I just don't know. I have some frustrations. The really pretty plank inside. Let's see if I can show you that plank. It's leaning against the wall in the cabin. Let's hope. Whoops. Sorry. That was an odd, I know that was an odd picture, but let me see if I can go into the doorway without turning, without losing the connection. So the cabin's looking better, but I'm still sorting some things and getting rid of some things anyways, and I didn't make my bed this morning. But there's the plank. And it was going to be mounted right here under this window for my kitchenette in the cabin. And I'm still thinking about this because if it's permanently mounted here, then my bed is too close to the wood stove. Whoops, sorry, too close to the wood stove. But when I first was building this place, before I did all the stuff to make it legal, I had plans. I had a couple of ideas, okay? And so one was that over time, these two windows on this wall, because this wall's really hot, okay? It's the west side of the cabin, and the afternoon sun hits it really hard, and it gets really hot. But I had planned that those two windows would most likely either stay one window or they would become a doorway, and that I would go outside there and build on a bedroom. And the other idea, because of my income, was that I would just build a cupboard bed, which I would probably have to explain to you. But a cupboard bed basically would be, you would cut the hole and then you would build the extension bump out as if you were building a what's that window people have in the front of some of their houses? A bay window kind of thing. But you would make it the size of a mattress so that you could either have a slidey door or a curtain across this, and it would just be a bed. And it wouldn't be a whole room, it would just be the bed. And that would keep it away from the wood stove. It would keep it a little more separate. Anyways, so now that I'm remembering what I started to do, I'm trying to decide how of losing the connect. So, but while I'm standing up, you can see that, yeah, my tools are still sitting right here. You can see the hammock area right there. One of my rocker chairs is over there, those little fire pit rockers. Yeah, it's still halfway a construction site, okay? I'm sorry, it's a little messier than I would like to be showing off. Okay, let me get back and see what you guys are talking about. But, originally I wanted to be able to sleep in my hammock here on site. And I was really looking forward to buying a cotton fringed hammock. Like there were lots of them that were handmade in Nicaragua, and I really like that idea. But getting older, not about the hammock, because you can be really old and be in a hammock. No, you could have back problems and be in a hammock. You just got to learn how to do it. Wow, that's a piece of hair that's not up. And anyway, I hope I haven't just jumped around a lot. I don't think I did. But I'm really considering that maybe it is best when I can afford it. See, losing my job at the auto shop, I lost half of the income I got used to when I was working there. And that was getting stuff done here. That was all about making it more comfortable right here at the cabin and being able to fix the car. That's what the money was all about. And now that I don't have it, I'm even with my handyman guy who was excellent at coming and working when I wasn't here. But since we had to start talking about bartering, he'll tell me he's coming and he doesn't show up. And the last time he came, he said, I can't barter. He didn't tell me till he got here. I can't work on that barter thing today. I have to have money. So the not having the job as far as money is concerned, little hard. So, but when I can afford it, I do think I ought to bump out where those two windows are and turn that into at least a cupboard bed. And when I say that, I might modify it so that there's just like a walkway space, a short space like you'd have in a box truck or something like that, or in a van, just a couple of feet that you could walk inside the space, a couple of feet. So on each side, there could be like shelves to put clothes on or something, right? Or something. I don't even know, but or something. But just a little bit of space and then the bed. And then super insulate the west wall and have the west wall have little to no windows. And put the windows on the north and the south. I might do like a porthole or something. But just so that the bright sunshine problem is resolved for the summer. Because in the winter, you can make things warmer, and that wood stove heats plenty. And this screen porch will get plastic walls, will get storm walls, so it'll be better for the winter. So it'll be much more comfortable. No, do I want to always be here? No, I never did. Um, I'm I've been messing around. If I hold this up over my head, I've been messing around. See out there where the water tanks are. I've been messing around with garden back there, but it's bugging me. They're too close to the house because of the animals, the rabbits and the rats and the rodents and the chipmunks and I just think it's too close. Plus, I'm so late getting it in, and I don't have like I have composted dirt and stuff, but I don't have like pot and soil and stuff to add to it. And I'm just kind of like not in a hurry. But I really think I need to plan that the bed can be more comfortable. And I could just bump it out just enough to hang the fringed hammock in like an enclosed space. So it wouldn't have to be a mattress, which is mattress is conventional. I'm not very conventional. Um, but it could be. I don't know the answer right now. That's the best I got. I don't know the answer right now, but it's part of the stuff I've been thinking about. And one of the reasons why I'm kind of hesitating to get some extra big things done or work hard on that garden space. On top of that, I'm not eating that much plants. I am doing better with herbs and stuff. And so when I'm able to go grocery shopping, that will be another factor anytime. This is probably the last of the cool water that I have. I believe all the ice is melted. I was able to go shopping last Monday, and yesterday I had a little bit of ice floating in the water in the Ninja cooler and in the Rubbermaid drink jug. But this morning there's no more ice. So probably tonight I will drain the cooler. I have something else in there. Well, the other thing is I put those those gel freezy things you can buy at Dollar General. I put a couple of those in there with the ice this time to make sure I got a couple of the big ones that are like $3 or $4. but to hold the cold just a little longer because I knew not having the car, I wasn't going to be able to go get things. So, so I went shopping last Monday, and I have 3/4 of a piece of chorizo, beef chorizo, which I am actually okay with. I have butter. That's salted butter. That's all I've got in the cooler right now. So, and then I have been able to eat very carefully, eat some rice, and I have been able to, which I'm looking behind me because that little stove, using the top of the stove as the surface to cook on. So I used the rice cooker is the pot with the ears, right there. And I cooked that full of rice this morning after I used that little pot to boil coffee. So I had cowboy coffee. Oh, dehydrated squash from water and some old dehydrated pot. And so it's uh, my bad. I moved the phone again, didn't I? Whoops. I moved again, sorry. So, I'd been debating which things I was going to get rid of, what I was going to keep, what's worth it if I was going to go on a trip, what's worth it for me if I was going to get on a plane and go somewhere to another country for a few minutes. Because I still like that. And I never finished my round the world travel stuff. I don't know what I would like to do. I'm just saying it's some of it's all possible. Somewhere over there, I have one of those little tiny egg fry pans that is cast iron. I actually own two, but I've been using that one. And this morning I made with unbleached, not enriched, bleached flour. I made a little flatbread. And when I did it, I made it just the size of the fry pan. Trying to be careful of because of my health, but also knowing that I'm making it as safe as possible. It wasn't true sourdough because I didn't let it sit, very long. It didn't have sourdough flavor, but I put a little baking soda in it. And anyway, just salt, water, and a little tiny bit of baking soda, and just worked it until it became a good dough. Broke it in two chunks, and cooked it in some olive oil. And that's what I had with my coffee for breakfast this morning. Was just that. Wendy ate part of it with me, um, and that's what we did because I'm kind of on this. I don't have the car again situation. Okay, let me go look at some more comments and stuff. There we go. Is that Iris? Please put three uppercase Q's in front of questions or comments that will let me see it enough so that I will read it and speak about whatever it is. Who's that? Beth? Good morning, Beth. And yeah, I know I came in early. I just felt like doing it. Buena dias, Bernie. Okay. Zeus, uppercase Q's. Does it get really hot there? It can. My property is at 6,500 feet elevation. Um, it was hot again this week, the last few days. It got up to 97. I've never yet seen 100 degrees here. So it got up to 97. Often I've got a little breeze blowing, but when it gets super hot, sometimes I just get tired and sometimes I take a nap. Lisa L. She's waving with a pink hand. If you could give one piece of advice to someone considering an off grid or nomadic lifestyle, what would it be? One? Oh, good question, Lisa L. Know or remember that your skills and your character and ability to consistently stick with something, that's the key to being successful, off grid or nomadic. And I'm not saying you don't ever change your mind, but I think that for advice, that's the big key. And then, because it's hard for me to get on, right? And then I would say, remember being not only, no, I don't even want to say it that way. Let me change the way I was going to word it. Become self responsible. That's different from self reliant. That's different from self, I don't know what the other words are that I see all the time, right? Um, I'm talking about you're the person who was with you when you were born. You're the person when you die, you're the only one going with you. So you got to be responsible for yourself. That means it's nobody else's job to make sure that you have food, or transportation, or clothes, or a way to maneuver, or water, or a way to take a shower, or a bath. It's all on you. Be responsible for yourself. Figure out what you yourself need to be your best you. If that is that you've got to have your coffee every morning, figure out the best way for you to do that, the way that makes you the happiest or makes you the best you. That's um so figure out a way that you can always have your coffee and then do that, okay? And be consistent with it. Um, that's just a little like example of it. I'm not really saying all of it. It's hard to be off grid. You know, I've lived off grid most of my life. It's hard. But the hard part is that it takes more physical energy than it does money. And so rather than spend money, make sure that you've got extra skills Make sure, you know, I've been struggling this last 2 years with my strength and my ability to carry things and walk a long way, and because the MS messing with my left leg again, and part of that's depression, part of it's stress, and good stress and bad stress doesn't matter. Stress is stress. It's going to affect you whether it's good or bad. So I'm just saying, figure out what you need, find a way for you to do that. If you're relying on there always being a grocery store, someday you're going to have a problem with that. If you're relying on your vehicle's always going to work, it's never going to break down, you're going to have something happen. Come on, my engine blew. I've been stuck here for like almost 2 years, right? Um, just figure out what you got to have. I mean, do you know how long it's been since I could take a shower when I wanted to? Now I can bathe, washcloth in a bowl, stand on top of a towel or whatever, and then, clean up. I can be clean. That's not the point. But having a shower where I can have water pour over me for a little while, it's been a long time. But now that the weather's better and I'm getting the shower house is finally coming together, I have the foot pump in there right now. It works. What I found with my foot pump, the one I bought, it will pull the water at a low level, but it won't pull it up high and back down. So my black hose for my hot water, I was going to put it on the roof, but the foot pump won't pull it. So I got to do something else there, and I haven't decided what I want. But so for now, I can set a bucket. The hose still gets hot, okay? So I can set a bucket in the sunshine. The hose gets hot. The foot pump will, I just have to have the hose laying on the ground right now. The foot pump will pull it from there. I can get a shower. Do I take a shower every single day? No, of course I don't. I don't think that's healthy either. Do I wash up? Of course I do. I mean, I'm not nasty. Um, and sometimes you got to just reevaluate. You thought you were going a certain direction, and then something happens, and you're like, okay, wait, am I really going where I thought I was going? Okay, hold up. Let me slowly do the thing that's in front of me while I let the idea of the change flow through while I figure out the next part. Because, like I said about this garden space that I was kind of putting over here, I just don't like how close it is to the cabin. I just got a hunch I'm going to move it. Okay. But it probably will be for the better when I do it. But right now it's like, I don't know. And I've been kind of to know, waiting for the inspiration to just know when to fix it. It'll come. And I kind of am aiming toward, I think I know what to do, but is that really what I'm going to do? So I'm close, though. I'm closer than I was. And how am I going to maneuver, without a vehicle? Well, I had to make the decision because the computer went bad in my tracker. So I found through a bunch of research that I did, not somebody else, not the shop. I did the research. I found a guy who rebuilds the computers. We sent it off last Monday, I believe. Oh, so I might have gone grocery shopping on Tuesday. Anyway, but last Monday, I believe we sent it off. The guy's having his long weekend. He was just at, I think they call it ZukiCon up in Washington State. They were running the Rubicon Trail with a group of, it looked like 15 or so Suzuki vehicles, Samurais and trackers and whatever. And so when he comes back to the shop, then he's going to be working on rebuilding my computer, and he needs to have it about 3 weeks, and then I might get it back. So I should get it back. Anyway, and then it'll be them installing it, and I still need them to figure out what's wrong with my air conditioning, because the last time I drove the car, the air conditioning is not working. And we just put a couple of really good new parts in for that. Let's see, we put in a new compressor fan, and the air conditioning works worse now than it did to start with. So, but we'll do the computer first. Then I'm going to need my air conditioner fixed. And I'm disappointed, Jeremy, that the shop does not use protectors for the sides of vehicles. You know, those magnetic protector things? The guys don't use them at the shop. I'm really disappointed because my paint job was not perfect, but it wasn't bad. And now it's got grease and stuff all over it, all over it. And yeah, I need to take it to the car wash, but my paint job's not that good. And so I think that at some point I will do a paint job, especially as much money as I put into this vehicle, because I want my vehicle to look good. And I think what happened was that somebody sprayed, instead of doing a good paint job on mine, I think they just sprayed it with plain old Rust-Oleum. And that's what we've done as a patch, because the paint is the same color, but it didn't stick to the metal. I There's spots where it looks like it's primed, and there's spots where who knows, but I want my vehicle to look good too, and I need to repair. I probably need to reupholster my driver's seat. I was trying to hang on and make it be okay until I could fix as a little hole on the side, like where a guy would have a knife in his pocket or something like that. I don't know, but um, the other seat is in great shape, but I'm gonna have to do something because it's ugly, fugly ugly. And if I wear like blue jeans, denim, that fabric doesn't slide and get slippery at all. And so, you know, that, anyways, so we'll be working on that at some point. So, Lisa L, I hope that worked for what I would give. Okay, looking for uppercase Q's. There we go. Who's that? Lisa L again. What brings you the most joy in your day to day life? My dog Leo brings the most joy. I would say right now, Wendy brings me a lot of joy. I would say that. I actually, that's funny that you asked that, Lisa, because I had been hunting for that lately and going, saying to myself or to the creator or whatever, I don't even want to do any. somebody somebody said, I'm going to go to the festivities down in town for the 4th of July. And I was like, yeah, okay, go have a good time. You know, I'm not interested. Um, I didn't go up on the ridge to see if I could see fireworks. I didn't even care. Um, so probably right now, Wendy, I've been sad that Karma probably was killed. Karma is not here. And then Friday morning, a neighbor brought me another cat. They didn't even get it out of the truck and it took off. And then there was, wow, are there more people out here? Just by the 4th of July fire and guns stuff around here. Oh my goodness. So that cat took off, never even got to meet me, took off. And then there were so many gunfires going on. Wendy was upset all day. I was able to teach her that she didn't need to be barking at the gunfire, that thank you for telling me that something's happening, but there's no point in being so upset about it because people are going to keep doing this. And then it went on again yesterday. And so, and I mean a lot of pew, 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 pew. Um, and so I don't know who's got so much money that they can just spend bullets like that, because to me that seems expensive. But yeah, I would say Wendy gives me a lot of joy. I'm beginning to find the joy in the simple routine again that I've missed. Being a shower house, wash up. I almost have the hand wash sink back in. When the hand wash sink is back in, it'll be easier to brush my teeth and, just wash my face and then move on in the mornings. Right now, that's all quite a little process, but that's almost in. I thought I was going to have it in the last couple of days, but I ran into a glitch and I can't seem to find a fitting. It would be really nice if I could find like an elbow that I could glue those pieces together, and then it would be all done and it would be up. And then I just have to find a way to attach a little shelf nearby that can hold things like my toothbrush and whatever. But uh, being able to go do those routine things and then put my laundry in and wash them, and the clothesline is finally, I've been trying to put the clothesline where it is for like 3 years. It's finally out. So I can wash clothes, hang the clothes on the clothesline. I'm happy with that process. When I'm hanging the clothes, I can look out over it. It overlooks part of the ridge. I can look out, see the White Mountains. Um, Wendy's going back, getting back into a routine. It's really sad though to have these other animals missing and whatever. That part's hard for me. Um, I'm a little sensitive, so. Is that Beth? Hey, Beth. Was that Catherine's name? Hi, Catherine. Well, happy you day, Emma. I saw that without the cues. I can't see the name that goes with that comment. Oh, that was Catherine. Okay. How's the tracker doing, Iris? Did I give you enough information on that, Iris? I think I kind of did. I right now I'm just waiting on the computer to be fixed and back. Just keep praying that I'm not going to have to also do a transmission, because that would be $2,200, and I don't have that money right now. Um, I wasn't going to order an Amazon order for July, because sometimes July deliveries of orders are odd with the 4th of July and all. But after 4th of July, I decided to go ahead and place an Amazon order to get those covers for these things that I can work on here. Because I can have somebody pick up grill paint and bring it. I can tighten bolts, but at least I can protect those while I'm updating them. I can continue to do this gardening project. I'm busy here. I'm also working on reorganizing and moving my wood storage pile, my wood pile for my cordwood for winter. And so with all those things, um, I forgot what I was answering for a question. Well, crap. Oh, the tracker. Since I'm here, the Amazon order, because I gave a neighbor friend my post office box key, and they work in town 3 days a week. And so they've offered to stop and check my mail and things like that. So I went ahead and I ordered a couple of food items, and then those covers for these projects so that I can protect those. I don't remember what else I ordered right now. Something else for Wendy, probably. I need to put Wendy's sheets and stuff back on the wish list because you guys are really, thank you so much. Because it's really helpful, okay? But you guys are really good about ordering dog treats and stuff for Wendy, and that's really helpful with my budget. Um, so right now we're doing pretty good. I don't, I'm not able to get to Dollar General to get the duck jerky treats that she likes for breakfast. So I need to put that back on the wish list so somebody might get that for me. But if you send me something right now while my vehicle's away, while I'm without a vehicle, if you'd let me know so that, let me know like, hey, it's supposed to be delivered on XYZ day, or hey, I just got the message that it's at your post office, then I can have that other person stop and get it. And when they're coming close to my place, they'll bring it to me. So, I don't know what day I will be able to go after groceries again, so I'm not going to stress it. I'll eat a little rice. I'll eat some of these vegetables I dehydrated before. I'm not in love with canned salmon that's newer because often it's from a Chinese fishing thing. And so I've got one can of salmon here, and I'm like, yeah, I'll open it if I have to, but I don't want to because the fish doesn't seem right. It doesn't even seem like the right fish. And I just don't, well, I'm not a fan of that anyways. I'd rather have something fresher, but whatever. Um, but I have stuff. So I don't have a lot. I have some. I tried coconut milk. I bought quite a bit of it this month. Um, the coconut milk is upsetting my digestion. Not horribly, but enough so that it was really nice for a couple of days. And I was happy to have it and it didn't bother me. And I was like, wow, that's great, you know? And then I had a little more and I was like, oh, yeah, not so great. So I backed off of using it. It's here. It's not, I'm not against using it, but I think I have to be careful how often. So that can stay here and be a thing I use sometimes. Um, just like everything else, you got to pace. Sometimes you got to pace things. All right, let me check. So, how's the tracker doing? I hope that was a good answer for that. Is this Lesa L again? Yes. Um, what's your go-to method for purifying water in different environments, and what's the most challenging water source you've ever had to make potable? Ooh, good. Lesa, you must have prepared some questions. Oh, these are fun and good. So, um, I'm going to turn the camera around and point it at the wall. Let's see. Can you see over there? Now, I wish that I was completely aware of class. So that drink jug, when I put a whole block of ice in there, and then I filter water down into it. And I have those two jerry cans down there as well. Okay. And so if I'm going, see behind it though, Beth, I do think that I in the store. That is a Surex gravity fed water bag. It, of course, it says right on it that it can go up to like 6 liters of water. I often have like a gallon and a half of water in it. The long hose right there, that That hose up at the top, the bump in it, the, oops, my finger's in the wrong place. Right there, that bump in it right there, that's a Sawyer filter. Now, it's not the Sawyer squeeze, it's just a Sawyer filter. And so the blue part of the hose came with the Surex bag, and I shortened it. And the white part of the hose came with the Sawyer filter set. And that Sawyer filter set is somewhere around, you can buy them often at Walmart. It's somewhere around that $30-$40 department. Now, let me just tell you, I take that with me in my vehicles. I had always wanted a Sawyer setup. I wanted a Sawyer setup when I was hiking for smart water bottles. This kit will work, but often ultralighters take the squeeze filter, which is a little smaller, instead of this one. I don't think it matters. But if you're going to look at those things, go look at Garage Grown Gear. By the way, I ordered some things from Garage Grown Gear recently. I need to send them a message. I love them. I love the way they packaged everything. I did not get videos of it. I wish I had done that, because the box comes, and right on the outside of the box is a label that says, "This box has been used before. We just put it back into circulation to ship your things." And then inside, there's, a couple of stickers, and there's a little invoice of what you bought in the box, like the packing slip in the box. And somebody actually signed it with a pen. And I was like, I just love this little company. They sell hiking and outdoor gear, food, all kinds of stuff, but from smaller cottage industry people. So I got a couple of things, like I got the little bidet for the top of a water bottle. For me personally, not going to be my thing. I know a lot of people love a bidet, but you got to remember that I've had a lot of bathroom issues, and over the years I've had IBS, and it's not the best thing for Lesa. I have it. It will probably travel with me. It makes a good way to squeeze water out of a water bottle and like wash Wendy's feet or wash my hands or something. But I'm not a fan of the bidet. Bummer. Because of the, without getting too graphic, but because of the messy bathroom habits I've had, with lots of diarrhea, I know it's TMI, guys, but with lots of IBS and diarrhea and stuff like that, I actually, because I don't compost my toilet paper, I actually burn my toilet paper in my burn barrel. Because of that, I switched to paper towels, because I was going through too much toilet paper, because it was too messy. And so often my bathroom habits, when they're really good, not even an issue. And maybe the bidet will work for that. But when they're not really good, or when I'm having too much coconut, coconut doesn't seem to, whatever. Anyways, then I'm better off using a paper towel and then taking a shower afterwards. So, you know, TMI, but that's what happens. And then that bathroom paper goes in my burn barrel. Now, I don't walk it over there every single day. I actually just got a at the farmers market, the swap meet the other day, I got a little step-on trash can so that Wendy can't get in it and the rats can't get in it. And I just put it, I didn't get them yet, but I'm going to get the little paper lunch bags if they still sell them. and stick those down in there. And then I could just take the whole paper trash bag out and put it in the burn barrel when things are getting full. And that way, if you come to visit me, you put your paper in that thing and then we'll burn it. So that's the way that works. Um, so my go-to method for purifying water. That's one way. That's the commercial I bought stuff way. It travels really well. When I was hiking on the AT, that is not what I did. I couldn't afford it, and it wasn't convenient for me because I couldn't afford it, for one. So here's the other thing I do is when I hiked, I had a little dropper bottle and I had actual Clorox, not the smelly kinds, not the new flavored kinds of Clorox, but bleach, actual bleach in a dropper bottle. And a drop of bleach, I think it's 1 drop per quart. It works. And then what I'm planning to do for the cabin is make a big, so I have a black 35-gallon like rain barrel here that I made. The whole top is a lock and ring and comes off. And I'm planning to turn that into the filter barrel that my whole rainwater system will go through that before it gets used. So that will have a series of big rocks, little rocks, sand, and charcoal. And that will be the filter barrel for all the water here. That's the plan for here. So I hope that answers. So my go-to method, though, is bleach. Inexpensive, easy to carry, easy to maneuver, just works. Well, I say that it's a toss-up between bleach and boiling. And okay, so some of you also know it's not where I can reach it, but I also have a Kelly kettle. And a Kelly kettle, you can boil water. Now, in the past, the rule was boil it for 5 minutes. Often when I'm boiling my Kelly kettle, it boils longer than 5 minutes. I don't even care. As long as I'm not boiling my Kelly kettle dry, we're good. So my water often gets boiled. So I think my toss-up is between the bleach and the boiling. Probably my toss-ups. And then if I can afford it, I'll have a Sawyer because that's convenient. And when you're traveling, to have that gravity-fed, the blue bag that was hanging on the wall, that gravity-fed bag, that's what you fill from the dirty water source. And then on the bottom, you put the hoses on the, actually, that bag, the hoses go on the side of that bag. So any of the big particles can go below where the water comes off. So you have to clean the bag out once in a while. But so the hoses go on the side and it's a quick release hose thing. And then you just hang that into your container. And it can hang off the side of your vehicle while you're, not while you're traveling. Well, you could, but you know, when you're in camp, it could just hang on the side of your vehicle and filter water. And every time you notice it's empty, go get some more dirty water and do it again. Keep it going. I have done that here at the cabin 2 years now in a row because I bought it just before the engine blew. Because I had some money that year and I was doing pretty good. Okay. So I hope that answered that. I feel like I kind of jumped around, but those are my favorite ways of filtering water. Oh, I didn't answer what's the most challenging water source I ever had to make potable. It was a cattle pond, and it was green with algae, and the water was muddy yellow. And I just looked at it and went, dry heave, kind of like, oh no. And this is what I got for water? Okay. I got to figure this out. Okay, all right. I'll be okay. Now, I did sometimes I have carried aquamira tablets, the iodine tablets. I've sometimes carried those just because they're small and easy to stick in somewhere to carry when you're traveling. Oh, that water was nasty, and you know the cows had wallowed in it and pooped and peed in it, whatever else. That was horrible. And I was like, oh God, even when I get it clean, how am I going to drink this? Oh, I don't know. So, I looked at it a long time. I did my filtered it through a bandana first so that the dirty part was, yeah. So there were no leaves and no green algae. Oh, that was bad. And then the bottle, even after it was filtered, and I used, okay, Aquamira tablets take more than a half hour. And when you're really thirsty, you're not waiting a half hour. So the bleach doesn't take as long. So I bleached that. Still didn't look like you wanted to drink it. And I was like, yo, creator, you got to take care of me because I don't know what I got to do, but I'm thirsty. And so I did some more. I did some more like, okay, let me put a little more Clorox in it. And then the second container I had, I was like, let's put the Aqua Mira tablets in that one. Oh, and that does not taste good. I'm just telling you, it's not a good flavor. Okay. And I'm so allergic to stuff even back then. I didn't know why, but even back then, that I just I wanted to put drink mix in it, but I can't drink mixes. So I used to carry the little lemon the dry lemon packs and the lime packs, and they make grapefruit and orange and stuff. I forgot the name of the company. But I used to carry those. And I was afraid of sugar, so I wouldn't do sugar. I knew I was having trouble with stevia, but I didn't know what was wrong. And I kept trying to make that water taste good. It was nasty. I just had to choke it down. That's just the way it was. But the second batch, I was able to wait until the Aquamira tablets did their thing. I dealt with it. I made soup for dinner so that I could get the liquid, but it would be boiled too because it just was nasty. But I also got sick while I was hiking on the AT, and I was hammock camping. And of course, I had a tarp over my hammock to keep me dry. And it was raining when I was sick a lot. And I tied a string onto one of the grommets on the tarp, and I put it down into a bottle, and I drank rainwater off my tarp. That that was fine. All right, let me see what else. So that was the water thing. Oh, raindrops on the roof again. I don't think that Jess is finished with my roof. We had some really high winds recently, and I heard a flop. And I got him more metal screws, but I hope he's gonna come back, and he'll come back. But let's get that fixed, right? Finished up. Okay. Oh, Anna, I see your name. Hi. Okay. Beth said, I just read an article that said full daily showers are bad for your skin. Strips oils, dries it out. Yep. Wash daily, but not shower, and not shower more than twice a week. Yeah, absolutely. There was something more natural, healthy, more healthy. There was something healthier about the way people bathed in history. And most of the time, you got one bath a week. And you brushed things like your hair. That's how your hair got to be longer and stuff like that, because you're brushing the natural oils through, and you didn't use shampoos, and you just washed yourself with water. Now, if you were super dirty, there were things you could do to get soot off things, and yeah, there were plants and stuff. But yes, I believe that not washing and showering is healthier. Not never, but doing it less often, I think, is healthier. And so my preferred in the morning is to have a basin, a bowl of water, and to splash it on my face. Cold water, regular temperature water. Now in the winter, it'll be good and cold. But anyway, splash that on your face. You know, wash up your face, wash your hands, stuff like that, as your starter in the morning. I think it's better. And it's my preferred to do that. And then later, when I need to be clean, I can do something that runs water over my body or use a washcloth. So it depends on how dirty I am. Okay, still looking for three uppercase Q's is how I know to stop on a comment and pay attention to it. There we go. Iris. Oh dear, you have had a time with kitties. Yes, I have. I have. So I thought that I heard something, and the way Wendy was barking at something this morning, I thought maybe the new kitty, which never got a name because they thought it would get eaten as well. I thought maybe that cat was coming here, and oh, I didn't get. I have two shirts on the clothesline. I didn't take them off, and it's raining. Oh well. But anyways, yep, the cat things. Iris. Nothing better than sleeping on sun-dried bed sheets. That's true. That's true. Especially if they're linen sheets or really good quality cotton. Absolutely. Beth is saying that she found the Sawyer, but not the Shurex. It's SHU capital REX. I think they've changed the brand name on that, but I'll try to make sure it's in there. I'll try to look myself, but um it's just a good gravity fed water bag. 6 liter gravity fed water bag. And so I use it as my dirty bag. Yeah. Is that Catherine? How are the onions you dried last Sunday? They're fine. I had one bag. Remember, I cut some really thick ones, and those didn't get all the way dried. And so I keep putting them out to get them drier. The other ones, they're crispy. The little tiny ones, they're crispy. They're fine. Oh, you found it. Okay. Beth, I see that you found the Surex. Yep, that's it. Yeah, Beth, you do rock. Lesa, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh man, what a blessing. Thank you for that $20. I appreciate that. Oh my goodness. Okay, Bernie. I love the sound of raindrops on aluminum. Reminds me of Puerto Rico. Well, of course it would remind you of Puerto Rico. Reminds me of Costa Rica también. Ore Corre. Yeah. I've wondered what it would be like to drive down. You know, I was watching something. I keep looking at countries like Albania, and I was watching something the other day, and I was like, Guatemala. There's some spots in Guatemala that might be cool. And why? Because the temperature stays 70 degrees most of the time. And anything between 70 and 80 degrees, I can handle better than I can handle the really really cold winter or the really really hot summer. So yeah, I think about those things. Iris, you're doing great. Are you getting tired? You're doing really good. Thank you, honey. I called you honey. Where's that? Where's that coming from? So, oh, what a nice, what a nice kind of cloudy, cooler, okay day so far. Um, it's it's too bad. Okay, the phone is leaning against the coffee bean container. It's too bad those coffee beans were uh, fermented. And me with autoimmune, I don't do very well with ferments, so I'm probably not going to use these. Um, let's take it out. So this brand of coffee, um, some overland friends of mine sell this coffee. Um, they're the Overland family. Wow, does that's it smells fermented. It's like it almost smells like Kahlua. Woo! But them being coffee beans, right? Being like whole coffee beans, I'll crush them up and burn them because that'd be good bug repellent. And then I'll save the container for something most likely. I would think. Um, I'm trying to remember. Okay, so it's the family. That's their logo. Is that bear? Wow, I can't think of their crap. I can't think of their overland. Anyways, they have a home base in New Mexico. And 2 years ago, they had a new baby. 2 years ago? 3 years ago. So they have children on the road with them. And they're a pretty big family. I can't think of the name, but yeah. And this this coffee might be the closest thing to a sunrise for your soul, with its medium roast, beaming notes of caramel, citrus, dark chocolate. One sip and you'll know it's going to be a beautiful day. I gotta tell you, you can smell the chocolate, but it's fermented. So yeah, that'll get used in a different form. I won't be making a cup of coffee out of it. I mean, somebody might like it that way, but yeah. No. Oh, speaking of that, speaking of the somebody might like things, I gotta go in the house and get it. Hold on. Wendy, I gotta come through. Are you doing okay? You happy? What a good girl. What a good girl. Let me bring your rug closer to the doorstep. There you go. Okay. So y'all know that I love alcohol stoves. Okay? This is a Vargo. Go that way so you can read it. It looks backwards to me. Okay, Vargo. This is the least favorite of the ones I have. There's nothing wrong with it. Look, I'm getting smart. I put stickers in the bag. That's my travel vehicle and that will need a paint job at some point. So it's a titanium stove. This is Vargo's converter stove. So what it can do, yes, it's been used. I tried it. It's not my favorite stove. It won't. There's holes in the table, so it wouldn't stand up on the table. Anyway, so these are the legs and the pot stand. Okay. And then this is the converter part. So this is where you put your alcohol, and it holds probably an ounce where the alcohol pushes through these. And I have another stove that I prefer. So the other thing about this piece of this stove is that the back of it, you can put a Coghlan's, 1 or 2, or maybe 3 Coghlan's solid fuel, or an Esbit tablet, but a solid fuel cube, or a squirt of sterno gel you can put on there. And then this piece fits in here. And it doesn't really, I was thinking it clicked in. Yeah, it doesn't really click in, but it fits in here, okay? And then that's if you're using the alcohol stove way. And then if you're using it the solid fuel way, you put it this direction, okay? All right. And then if you already own, okay, wait a minute. It's in front of me, but if you already own a Vargo I can't say it. Hexagonal. Anyways, hexagon. We're having trouble with the signal again. Anyways, this clicks into place on the top of this stove so that your pot would be set at the right height, so that the burn would touch the pot at the right height. So this is not a pot, okay? But, okay, and it would be a little bit small. This is too small. Let's try something else. Okay, here you go. Pretend it's a pot, okay? So the pot stand, and then your fire would be here from the alcohol or the burner thing. Okay, so if you have one of these hex stoves, then this is a good setup. All by itself, it's a good setup. You can use this all by itself. So I'm not getting rid of this. I love this. I use this every single day. There's not a day I don't use it. And even though it's not the perfect fit, these I'm getting from Dollar General right now, real cheap. But sterno, they fit. Sometimes I have to open the side of the this clips. Sometimes I have to open that side to get it to work, but I can use even the sterno can in here. So I've used everything. So this not going anywhere. You can't have that. Okay? But this I have decided I no longer want to keep because it's been used lightly, lovingly, but I have decided that it's not worth my keeping and caring for this part that does not work for me. I have other things that work better. If someone really was in the mood for wanting this, they're $40 online. On Amazon, brand new $40. You could pay me for it. You could ask for it. You could tell me why you would like it. But you know, in the last little bit, I've done a few giveaways. So, somebody speak up. Does anybody have an interest in that? So, anybody that is making comments that you want me to read and respond to, or that you are asking me a question that you would like me to answer, please use 3 uppercase Q's in front of your comment. Start with 3 uppercase Q's, then I will read the comment because I can't do everything. So, yeah, I need to clean this. And if you're interested in seeing what I prefer instead of this Vargo converter stove, if you'd like to see, then you could ask me about that and I would tell you. It's a very nice little piece, but it, for me, takes too long to get really super hot so that it works right. And that waiting process, it just doesn't make sense to me. And I understand that it could be the altitude that I'm at could affect this different. It could work better possibly at a lower elevation. Is that Ghost asks, where am I from? Originally or now? Like it says in the description of this live video, I am in Apache County, Arizona. That is northeast Arizona. I grew up in Maine. Very different parts of the country. You're doing a great job, Iris. I know you kind of doing a lot on your own there. Well, you have some of the other girls with you, but I get that. So I guess today Lesa is our top fan and Beth is our second. Woohoo! Oh. Can you guys hear that online? That's a big roll of thunder. Big. Stephen Ballet! I am doing well, Steve. I wish you'd come visit up this way, but I know you have a different kind of life. Um, and I am doing well ish. I'm without the car right now for about a month. I'm saying a month. They said it would be 3 weeks that the guy needs to work on the part. And so he got the part before he went on his 4th of July Rubicon trip with a Suzuki group. And he'll be working on it when he goes back to work on Monday. Maybe a month before I have my car back. And I hope they get the air conditioner working because it's hot in this area. So, and it's helpful for when I have Wendy with me. Um, Steve, I ask people to use 3 uppercase Q's so that I could read the comments. I'm hunting for yours because I just saw you. And since we're such good friends, that's all good. Okay. But I ask people to please do that. Um, Good. Glad you are. And yeah, mom just getting back from France. Wow, good for her. She hurt herself on her trip, so we'll mostly be in the Phoenix area for a while. Okay, gotcha. Say hi to Mom Sally. Love her too. What a wonderful, brave, strong woman she is. I will try to conform. Thank you. Thanks, Steve. That's helpful. I it helps me show others what I mean by, hey, I'm going to read the comment. So I appreciate when you guys do it too. Thank you so much. Um, I miss you. Um, Man, yesterday there were so many. Well, the last 2 days, so many pew 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 sounds out here. There's so many more people. And I hope they're being careful. I hope they're using some kind of a target and not just shooting in the air. And yes, I know it's the 4th of July and people want to play with their pew pews and pew pews being guns, people. They want to show off and practice because it's 4th of July and it's kind of a cultural thing in the United States for off-grid places. So um, that's pretty common. Uh, so yeah, anybody interested in the Vargo titanium converter stove? Let me know. Okay, Lisa, another great question. You're just cranking them out today, Lisa. What's the quickest way you've learned to tell if a place is safe to stay for the night while traveling? Well, first off, I've got pretty good radar. Okay. I okay, I'll say it. Um I have traveled all over the world and I lived in Manhattan for like 5 years and there's the little hairs on the back of your neck. There's red flags. You just have an intuitional feeling that something's right or wrong or something. I'm just saying, listen to that first off. It's true. When you first start listening to it, you're going to make mistakes and you're just going to think everything is like not safe. That's a pretty common starter when you're first learning to go by intuition or feeling. Um, that's what you do in the beginning. Nothing's safe. You move a lot. It just does. And then over time, you begin to get an understanding of the nuances, the little difference between that doesn't feel good and don't do it. And when that happens for you, you'll understand when it happens, but you pay attention to that. That's a quick way, but the other quick way is scope it with your eyes. And does something look not right? Are there too many other people camping in that spot? Does it have a trashy area? Um, I was camping outside of Sedona before the engine blew. So say 2 years ago. Okay. Two and a, two, 2 years ago ish. Camping near Sedona. And I went to look for a couple of spots during the night. I mean, as it was becoming time to sleep. And I usually try to make my camps before 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't want to be the last one after dark pulling in. But I'm pulling into these campsites and just scoping them out. Scoping mean looking at them. And I'm like, oh man, that car looks like it hasn't rolled down the road in about 3 years. Not staying here. Just move on. That's part of um, that's part of what happens is like I just notice if that car has got like Bible verses written on the outside of it and it's begging for money, get out. Just don't be near it. Um, if it's all pickup trucks with rowdy looking rednecks, just get out. And I'm not saying that I can't camp near rednecks, okay? But those are my first signs of, yeah, not tonight. Um, and depending on my health in that situation, if I feel particularly weak, like I feel like my MS is acting up, or I feel like I've got to sleep, I got to sleep, I got to sleep, which the fatigue with MS and autoimmune is real. So if I'm feeling the fatigue of I got to hurry up and have a place to sleep, I'll try to find a spot where there's either not very many people at all, or the people look like they're more RVers than and families more than they're single homeless looking people. That sounds bad, but you have to make those discernment. It's different from a judgment when it's a discernment. And so if I'm feeling particularly in a low health wise, then I will look for more RVers and more families. And I will pull in and I'll scope out where I think might be a safe place to just lock the doors and go to sleep and not even get out. I will find a spot, stop the vehicle, either get out or roll the window down and talk to whoever like looks at me first and just ask them, do you mind? I'm not feeling really well tonight. I'm not going to stay but a few hours, but I got to sleep and I'm going to lock the doors and just stay to myself. But if I have to use the bathroom, I will have to get out and do something in order to use the bathroom. And so will you be okay with me under these circumstances? Because I can't feel comfortable being completely alone tonight. And I would not go to a Walmart. End of story. Now, that doesn't mean I might not go to a Home Depot, but I'm not going to a Walmart if I feel like that. That's part of. So, I hope that answers your question. It was Lesa again, right? Yeah. Quickest way I've learned to tell if a place is safe to stay for the night. It's mostly that intuitional thing and the looks of, if it's a stealth thing, the looks of what's in the parking lot, the looks of the vehicles and whatnot that are in the general area. I used to use, I don't know if I still will when I ever get back out, but I used to use overlander a lot. I also contributed a lot of comments on overlander. And so my rig being particularly small, I'm able to go to places that are not average. And I even in Idaho, I even scooted up a little um, ATV trail, found a little camp area just off the ATV trail, had trouble with, well, had a bear during the night, um, but I felt safe. Just I knew there was something I had to be careful of. So I was very careful with my trash that day. And when I came down, I didn't feel well. And so I was there 2 nights, and that bear came both nights and checked me at my camp. And had he wanted in my tracker, he could have got in because he just got to get one claw in one spot and my tracker's open. So I at least was smart enough to hang my trash in a tree and things of that nature. And I didn't have Wendy, and I was able to be okay, but I wasn't feeling well. And it's what we do sometimes. Guys, my battery is getting low, and so I don't know how long we've been on because my timer has restarted twice. So I'm gonna say that we did good for today. You're welcome, Lesa. And you're welcome, other people too. Guys, thank you for having been here this morning on our Sunday live. Um, it is it is just simply getting together and visiting on Sundays. I used to do when did I start saying I used to do quite a bit more video work. I'm not feeling like doing videos right now. I'm barely just doing the Sunday lives right now. I feel like I've been through a lot. And when I look back, once I realized that it really was only 2 years since I broke down, it has been quite a lot of stuff that has happened. I thought we were at 3.5 years. That's how it felt to me. So it's been a lot. And so the reorganizing, the trying to finish up some things here at the cabin. I should have company again in a couple more weeks. Um, and I wish some of my other people could be company for me or I could be company for them. But oh, Julie, I see your comment. Thank you so much. Um, I hope you all are doing well. Yeah, I think you guys are down in Baja right now. Um, so pray for everybody. Continue to pray for me and what's going on with my vehicle, and that we get that stuff fixed enough so that I can get back to feeling comfortable and confident in my vehicle and my mechanics again. I did find out why I had been fired from my job. I don't like the reason, but that wasn't up to me. It's what the person did. The person is who they are. It's what they get to do. It's their stuff, not mine. Do I love it? No. It kind of stalled some things for me, but it also forced me back into what am I doing again, right? So I'm going to just keep plugging away at what I'm doing. I will be connecting as soon as I can with people for this week to make sure that if I need any groceries or if I would like some ice so that I can have a cold drink, that that's possible. Um, and oh, I forgot about that, Donna Kay. Pray for people in the flood areas in Texas. Um, I don't know what else I need to. I forgot who else I need to mention, but pray for Steve's mom. His mom's name, I always called her Mom Sally. Her name is Sally. She got hurt on her trip to France, so um, oh, would I love to go see what France looks like, and Albania, and oh, there's so many places, Croatia and the Balkans, and I don't know. I just keep looking at these places, going, I want to go more, because I didn't finish that kind of trip, and yet I really appreciate my cabin and this property. Thank you, Steve. Um, I appreciate this and the stability it has given me to have my life be different. And I'm going to lose the battery here pretty soon. I got to go put this on a charger. Y'all have a wonderful week. Pray for each other, um, and pray for the world at large. And we'll come back here next week, same bat time, same bat channel. And if anybody's interested in this Vargo alcohol multi-fuel stove, um, give me a holler and I'll see that you get it. So, and Beth and Iris, I owe you stickers. I will send stickers as soon as I get around to it. But I'm kind of stuck at home, so I don't know when that will be. So, y'all have a great week. We will see you soon. Ciao, everybody.